Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaurabhaktavinda. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, text number 3. Pashyaitam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum Fyudam Drupada Putrena Tavasishyena Dhimata. Translation. O my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Pada. I would like to add a little more information on first two verses. Then we'll proceed to this verse number 3. There was Rani of Holkar. She wanted to learn Bhagavad Gita, so she invited one Brahmana devotee, and then that Brahmana devotee started explaining Bhagavad Gita. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre mamaka pandavaschaiva. So as soon as he read out that verse, she said, I understood. You don't have to say anything more. So that Brahmana Pandit was surprised. What did you understand? Just one line I read out. Then she said, same, very simple. Here Dharma kshetre kurukshetre means dharmam kuru kshetre kshetre. So I understood that kshetra means land, place. So wherever you are there, wherever you are, you just perform. Kuru means performing. So dharma means religious activities. So wherever you are, in whichever place you are there, just simply perform your dharma duties. So I understood this is what Bhagavad Gita is meant for. So one more devotee adds that if you take out the first verse, Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre, then the last verse, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruvanitir Matir Mama. So the first word is dharma, the last word is mama. So the essence, saram of Bhagavad Gita is mama dharma, performing one's duties. So Bhagavad Gita is going to teach basically what is our dharma. So the setting is very beautiful because there is a fight between the two parties. Incidentally, they were brothers only, uh, basically cousin brothers, like that. So the setting is very beautiful because they have chosen Kurukshetra. So what is the significance of choosing Kurukshetra? So, so this land of Kurukshetra, it is given in Shrimad Bhagavatam also information, and then in Mahabharata also. Once when Kuru Maharaj, the ancestor in Kuru dynasty, he was plowing this land. Devaraj Indra appeared and asked him, for what purpose are you doing this? Kuru Maharaj answered, I am plowing this land so that those people who give up their bodies here may attain Swargaloka. Hearing this, Devaraj made fun of him and returned to Swargaloka. Then the king persisted, and finally Devaraj Indra gave a benediction that whoever performs yajnas here, whoever takes part in the battle and dies on the battlefield, he will easily attain Swargaloka. So that is why Kurukshetra is also described as a yajnasthali, for the devatas and all living entities. So one attains Swarga simply by performing any yajna at this place. So in Satpata Brahmana, it is also written, Kurukshetram Devayajanam Asa Tasmat Ahuhu Kurukshetram Devayajanam. He performed worship of the land in Kurukshetra. Therefore, sages have named this place Devayajanam. So the phrase Dharmakshetre is composed of the two words, Dharma and Kshetra. So the word Kshetra indicates land for cultivation. And when a farmer waters the rice field, a type of weed called shama grass also grows along with the rice plants. So this grass also looks exactly like the rice plants and grows by taking the water used for the rice field, thereby covering the rice plants. Eventually, the rice plants dry up. Therefore, an expert farmer uproots these weeds because they are harmful to the rice crop. In the same way, in this land of Kurukshetra, Maharaj, Yudhishthir Maharaj, was nourished by Lord Sri Krishna along with his associates by annihilating those who are anti-religious, pseudo-religious, and non-religious, like Duryodhana and others. The land between uh, the rivers Saraswati and Drishtivati is known as Kurukshetra. So at this place, both the great sage Mudgala and Prutu Maharaj performed austerities. Sri Parshuramji performed yajna at five different places in this land after annihilating the Kshatriyas. So therefore, previously this Kshetra was known as Samanta Panchaka. So it later became famous as Kurukshetra following the activities of Maharaj Kuru. So this is a little introduction to the land of Kurukshetra. So in this land, the purpose of Dhritarashtra asking this question is very significant. So in this regard, Srila Prabhupada says in his lecture that politics are always there along with the enviousness and jealousy. So this is the nature of the material world. You cannot avoid it. The spiritual world means just the opposite. There is no politics, there is no jealousy, there is no enviousness, and so many other things. So the material world means politics, jealousy, diplomacy, and enviousness. So even in the heavenly planets, these things exist. So Matsarata means enviousness. One man is envious of another. So it doesn't matter if they are brothers or their family members. So here Dhritarashtra and Pandu, they are brothers. So but there is enviousness. So jealousy means you are the rightful owner of something, but I won't allow you to possess it. So that's why Srila Prabhupada says that the government should be equal to everyone, just as God is equal to everyone. So the king or head must be representative of God. Therefore, according to Vedic civilization, the king is offered respect on the level of the supreme personality of Godhead. So that is why the king is called Naradeva, which means God in human form. So he cannot be jealous of any living entity, or at least one born with his kingdom. So here we see Dhritarashtra is very envious of his brother's sons. So while addressing that, Mamaka Pandavas Chaiva. So he is making a distinction that my sons and Pandu's sons. So this is the defect. So that is why when Lord Krishna sent Akrura to advise Dhritarashtra to desist from immoral activities. Dhritarashtra, he understood that he understood, so then he said that I know that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. I know that what I am planning is not good. I know that Krishna is the controller of everything, and he has requested me to cooperate, but I tell you frankly, I cannot obey him because I have too much putra moha, affection for my son. So when Krishna will be pleased with me, then I may do so. I may be able to uh, obey his orders. So this is the position of a materialistic person. So Dhritarashtra, he is not only materialistically blind, he is spiritually also blind. So a materialistic person knows that he's sinful. He knows that whatever he is doing is wrong, but he cannot check himself. For example, a thief knows that if he steals, he will be arrested and punished, but still he steals. So that is why uh, he asked this question. After my brother's sons and my sons have assembled, what are they doing? Kima kurvata. So this is a very funny question. They have assembled on the battlefield. What they would be doing? Because Srila Prabhupada says, suppose a plate of Mahaprasadam consisting of puris and different sabjis, pakoda, sweet rice is placed in front of you, then somebody asks, what are you doing? What he will do? He will simply eat. So in the same way, when warriors assemble on the battlefield, what they will do? They will simply fight. But why did he ask this question? Because there is a fear in Maharaj Dhritarashtra's heart, that because they have assembled on the Dharmakshetra and Kurukshetra, this Dharmakshetra may have effect on his evil son Duryodhan. That is why, so he was afraid that because of the influence of Dharmakshetra, he may have offered the land back to Pandavas, which he did not want, like that. So but Sanjaya, understanding the mind of Dhritarashtra, he, um, he assured that your son, he was such a rascal that don't worry, all this land of Dharmakshetra and all, it won't have any effect on him. So so in this verse, he is asking, he is actually provoking uh, Dronacharya that your disciple, Dhimata, who is very, very intelligent, he arranged the military phalanx. So Duryodhana was very, very surprised that Pandavas, they were consigned to Vanvas for 13 years. All the resources have been taken away, all the money has been taken away. But still, he was very surprised to see Pandavas arranging such a huge army. So he was like that. So he has forgotten that Krishna is on the side of um, Pandavas. That is why wherever Krishna is there, there is victory is assured. So uh, this one more point is that everybody knows, even Dronacharya knows that the son Drishtadyumna, he was born out of yajna. So with the for Drupad Maharaj desired to have a son to who can kill Dronacharya. So even though Dronacharya knew that Drishtadyumna, he was born to kill him, but still when Drishtadyumna approached Dronacharya, he agreed to impart military training. So that's why Srila Prabhupada says this is a Brahmana. He is very liberal, because he was not thinking this rascal has learned from me and now he wants to kill me. Because duty is duty. After all, everyone will die. Nobody will continue to exist forever. Therefore, nobody should be afraid of death. We should not deviate from our real duty, being afraid of death. So that is Vedic civilization. So Duryodhana wanted to point out, this boy, your disciple, is meant for killing you. He has nicely arranged the military phalanx just to defeat you, and he has learned this art from you. Therefore, he is using the word dhimata. Dhi means intelligence. Mat means one who possesses. Srila Prabhupada says Sanskrit language is the best language, mother of all languages. Samskrita means most reformed language. And the alphabet is called Devangiri, which is spoken in Devaloka, this Sanskrit language. So this Latin also derived from Sanskrit language. Like, maternal, the word maternal from Matru Shabda, paternal from Pitru Shabda. So that is why actually Dronacharya, Bhishma, Karna, they were all very great warriors. In front of Dronacharya and Bhishma, Arjuna was nothing. But Arjuna was able to defeat all of them because he has taken shelter of Lord Krishna's lotus feet. So that is why it is said, our conclusion that we should always be under the protection of Krishna. So that is called Sharanagati, surrender. Surrender means that I am surrendering to Krishna with full faith, and he is quite able to give me protection. With full faith, yes, Krishna is so from this day onwards, Krishna, I was wandering throughout the universe, life after life, without knowing my relationship with you. Now, today, I surrender unto you. Kindly accept me and engage me in your service. This is called surrender. So this is the definition of surrender by Srila Prabhupada in his lecture. So in this way, there is a conversation taking place between Duryodhana and Dronacharya. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.